Hey team, at Rossfit we love moving through as many different movement styles and ways of training our body as possible, and this workout is a good example of that. So what we're doing is we're bringing together a lot of different hand and feet on ground type movements, hence the name of this workout. So lots of different types of crawls. The great thing about crawling is that it's really good at training core strength, but also shoulder strength and stability. So what you'll find when you go through this 15 minutes of different crawling exercises is that it is going to fatigue your shoulders. So try and move between the different crawling types to work out the shoulders in different ways. So once we've done our 15 minutes of the various different crawling exercises that I'll show you in a minute, we then go into 5 minutes of core. So 20 minutes total, and you've got a really good workout done that's going to be training your core functionally, and then in isolation at the end, training your shoulder strength and stability, and definitely legs as well, as you'll find when you get into all of these crawling patterns. All right, so let's get into it. The first crawling type is going to be a reptilian crawl. So for this one, we want to have, think a normal sort of hands and knees crawling position, and then dig the toes in, lift the knees off the ground just by a couple of centimeters. And then we're moving like that. So it's quite a controlled movement, not with the hips high. So that's our reptilian crawl. We then move into a bear crawl that's done with hips high. Now we want to try and straighten the knees if we can, and then that's how we walk. Now for these two ones, noticing I'm going forwards and then backwards. So when you set up for this workout, you want about a 3 meter space. So you're talking roughly 2 lengths of yoga mats, and you're going to be moving to the 3 meter point and back. So 6 meters counts as 1 rep, and you'll see in the notes for this workout, you score points for the various crawls based on a 6 meter distance, 3 meters out, 3 meters back. For some of them, you're going to be going forwards and back. For others, you're going to be turning around. So for the first 2, it was forwards and backwards. That counts as 1 repetition. So we've done reptilian crawl, bear crawl. Now we go to a leapfrog. So this is, I think, the only one where you actually don't have your hands on the ground. Making sure you've got your feet flat on the ground when you go down for that squat before you leap forward. It's really important you don't go down like this with the heels coming off the ground. So that's the leapfrog. Then we go into a sideways crawl in a push-up position. Start with the feet together, the hands apart. Move hands together, knees, feet apart, and then just keep alternating. And so on. Next one we go into, so the next 2 are both a crab walk style. So now our body's facing the sky. First one being crab walk sideways. Just want to keep the hips off the ground. They don't need to be up this high. Puts a bit more strain on the shoulders if the hips are up that high. So just as long as they stay off the ground. So we do the sideways, then we go forwards and backwards. All the way to the end of your mat and back. Awesome. So there are your different crawling types. As I said, you'll see in the notes, there's various points that you score for each one. You just basically want to have a nice mix throughout this workout. Try not to just do the same crawling type, and you'll see you can't earn more than 100 points for the one particular crawling type. So that will encourage you to chop and change. After you've done that, don't really give yourself a break at all. Just go straight into the 5 minutes of core. We've just got 2 exercises. We're rotating between the 2. The uneven plank. So you're doing 20 reps in total. Every time you come up, that's 1 rep. As soon as you've done your 20, drop to the ground, arms above the head, opposite arm and leg lifting off the ground. Notice my head's not looking up, and my head isn't on the ground. It's chin tucked, raised, elevated slightly. 10 each side. And you'll see you basically score points for every time you go through each of those. Uneven plank, alternating Superman, alternating between those two for 5 minutes to get as many points as you can in the core section. Enjoy this animalistic workout.